it's interesting what interests people and what doesn't. I think in many cases there's too much focus on the long term. 20 years ago, I was very heavily involved in micro machines, and they kept promising to do things and do things. And then after a few years, they had to start calling themselves nano because micro lost its interest. And to get people interested in talking to you, you had to say that you were nano. If we don't begin to have successes, incremental and some revolutionary in the short term, there will be a loss of interest from the leaders and the politicians, the things that have to have immediate wins, that have to do things today to keep the focus, to keep their favor. So I think while I do believe the long-term vision is vitally important, the small changes to do things like make aluminum 70% stronger so that you can make less or make your cars more efficient, to do things like make your electronics, the thermal management's better so that you can have a more powerful cell phone, more powerful communications.
I would say whenever we're communicating these ideas, we have to think very carefully about what the audience is that we're talking with. For example, some of the audiences that I speak with and that the other panelists speak with are perfectly comfortable with these ideas, like the brain-computer interface. It fits in with their vision of the future. They might not be willing to sign up for it right at this moment, but that's a good thing since the technology is nowhere near ready for that. So, but many other audiences, I would say the vast majority of audiences, including our political leaders, are not ready for these ideas. So for those audiences, what we were hearing from our other Steve, the nearer term applications, for example, in a very basic thing like water, which initially the folks who like the brain-computer interface, you say water to them and they become bored, right? They zone out. It's not an exciting topic.
I completely agree, and I'll tell you, I also I'm here in the Bay Area too, and so I think the best way to expedite this is to get the venture capitalists interested, because obviously nanotechnology is sort of a capital-intensive pursuit, and if we can again spread the word that this is a huge money-making opportunity, we really need to get the venture capitalists on board, because I think there's a pretty robust nanotechnology community out there, but obviously the funding is not there. If it were, then I think we'd be okay.